We'll have a good intro really soon, but in the meantime, this is the Pelbros Podcast. Woohoo! Yay! Yay!
Yo.
Woohoo!
Welcome to Pelbros Podcast Episode 2.
Number 2. Woohoo!
Myself, James, and co-host Ryan DW.
Yeah, don't worry. That's what it stands for.
Chatting everything New Orleans Pelicans basketball. So before we get into our weekly match review,
Yeah.
I think we got a bit of housekeeping.
Oh, we got plenty of housekeeping.
Plenty.
Plenty. You guys tuned in like last week and stuff, and now you guys listen to us. We're like some new men now, right here, So like you guys are not even talking to the right people. We got housekeeping to do. Shoot away, like if you wish to begin.
Yeah, so let's just start with our contacts. How about that?
Oh, right. You mean like plug in our shit?
Yeah, our socials,
Yeah.
our email,
Yeah.
pelbrospodcast@gmail.com for any business inquiries or anyone want to contact us. Give us feedback.
Give us feedback, yeah.
Definitely give us feedback.
We need feedback, okay, because we actually want to see, because randomly we have like listeners, right? Like, I'm not trying to brag, but we have like, it's not like amazing, right? But it's more than like 2, right? So I'm just like, we're trying to see, is it like,
more than 2.
are you guys real people, or is it just like bots randomly spamming out shit? So if you guys are actually like listening to this and shit, that, and you guys, you want to contribute to the podcast and whatnot, because we don't know what we're doing, me and this guy, like what? Like, this is our first time doing it. Is this not correct?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, like we don't know what we're doing. So like we need you guys to tell us how to do our job so that we can create a better service for everyone, right? A better edit product. So hit us up.
pelbrospodcast@gmail.com.
Yo.
Otherwise, if you don't want to email,
Yeah, if you
hit us
prefer
up
someone
on
else.
IG, Instagram.
Yeah.
At Pelbros. Pretty simple. PELBROS.
Pretty simple. Keep it OG here.
What's the next thing that we're
right.
discussing?
So
We did our own, speaking of feedback, we did our own quality control throughout the week. So
yeah.
we don't just record these episodes, put it up, and then just sit back and relax. We do research. We do R&D.
We should actually tell them now. We're actually currently in a park right now, like a pretty big park. We're parked in my car, and I got the windows down and whatnot. And basically, we're recording this episode, and basically the reason we're in this park. Oh, right. So why I even mention that, right? Is so you might hear birds in the background here and there. So that's not like some RSPCH, animal abuse or anything like that. Like I'm actually in a park here, so we're chilling. But the reason we're even here is because of what James just said, is that we actually here, we're like meditating. We're trying to find peace with like our atone for the previous sins of our previous selves in the last couple of episodes, right?
Yeah. So again, we're doing our own feedback. We're quality control. So I might as well kick it off.
Yeah.
I'd like to make a formal apology to all listeners for a couple of let's say incorrect statements I made from the previous episodes. One being that I think I quoted the Pelicans' last playoff series where we swept the Blazers, lost to Golden State in the second round, as being I think the 2015-2016 season. It was actually just recent. It was 2017 and 2018 season. So I don't want you guys going onto YouTube trying to search up 2015, 2016 highlights, because there ain't going to be any. That year we missed the playoffs. So that's the first thing. That's housekeeping. That's
Can you guys forgive this man for him? Like, he's putting his heart out to you guys right now.
I'm not a fake bandwagoner fan. That was the year we had Rondo, Boogie, 2017, 2018. So
that's the year, baby.
And the second thing is, this is a small one, but I mentioned, I think, Memphis making some good trades and getting some good additions to their team, being
Winslow,
Jay Crowder and Solomon Hill. I think that's what I said.
Oh, that's what you said. Yeah.
That's incorrect, because they were at Memphis and they moved to the Heat.
Yeah.
And then, Memphis picked up, like you said,
Winslow, you did say that,
and a couple of picks. So, pretty shameful on me. But again, quality control, always collecting feedback, doing my own research. That's me, but I think you have some heavy feelings to get into.
Because I don't want to get too deep here, but with the Pelbros podcast, we're all about self-improvement, right? We're all trying to become better people, We're all trying to become better Pelbros, I guess, right? Cliche. Anyways, so with that, I actually have, been reflecting in the past week, meditating on things, on the last couple of episodes. I did episode 0 and episode 1, and I was just like, that's a nice car. Sorry, someone just drove past.
Don't get distracted, mate.
Look at that. That's a nice car, though.
Sorry.
Shout
out to the car.
It's just like some nice, like, red like old school like American sports car, and like you never see it here in Sydney. What the hell? Anyway, sorry. Let me get back on track. Okay,
pledge.
My pledge. Sorry, yeah, the most important thing here, right? So I was meditating on my episode 0, episode 1, and I came to my original pledge was that what's it called? I try to limit down on my swearing and stuff. It's just yeah, and so with that though, what's it called? So yes. so with that though, sorry.
You're breaking your own.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know. It's so difficult here. So with that though, the pledge not to try to swear and stuff like that. I actually listened to my stuff, and I remember I recall there was like a sentence in which I said the F word like multiple times, like like one sentence,
Yeah, I think it was almost 3 times.
Yeah, but you guys gotta understand, like I'm like full just Aussie, like talking shit. Just like we say the F word and a lot of kind of things. Just don't say it. I'm like, But the thing is,
it was passion. It was passion.
It was a passion coming through. Like so don't think that is like fully who I am and stuff. I'm trying to be a changed man here. I'm a gentleman. I'm a professional. So with that, I'm gonna try to limit down on the swearing, because I'm also we're trying to get advertiser friendly here, so we can start making some money off you people listening. See,
if any sponsors are listening,
did you see that change? I was just about to say MF, but I said people.
That's good.
Hey, see, I'm a changed man.
That's a self-reflection. That was actually really nice. That was a good.
It's touching. So I feel as if both of us can forgive each other for. Like, we should shake. Yeah. I forgive you for your sins. You forgive me for my sins.
I forgive you.
And let's just hope the audience can forgive us for our previous sins there, right?
Yeah, I'm glad you're getting it off your chest. You sound very remorseful.
Yeah, I feel like a new man. I've got like a sense of like euphoria now. I've what's it called? I've taken off a load off my back, I guess,
Yeah, I think the fans will enjoy that.
Yeah.
Hey, give us any feedback. If you like the swearing, let us know.
Let us know. Yeah, true. If that's what makes you guys think it's like, what you want to listen to, then by all means, whatever.
Exactly. But I think that's it. Is that all the housekeeping for
just
today?
One last thing too is that before I like in the last episode or so, I was supposed to give this a mention, right? It's very, very brief. This is a very, very brief like shout out. Basically, I just want to shout out. I found out recently that New Orleans, the city, it is actually home to a population of like Vietnamese, like people,
Represent.
Right? Yeah. That's not me saying that though, right? Not saying that I got the hots. No, sorry. Oh, shit. I'm gonna beep that out. Don't worry. Oh, he's taking out his jersey now. Nice. All right. Sorry. Let's go. So basically, the point is that what I'm trying to say there is that I know that there's probably some like Vietnamese like honeys, right? And the Vietnamese American honeys are like, because we got like Vietnamese Australian people here in Sydney, right? And they are, right? But like what I've been seeing in America, like you guys got some talent there, and I don't think you guys are appreciating it enough. So I just wanted to say though, this is like a shout out, like as a little pledge to like, I got not only do I have, us boys in mind, I also got, like the females, the future mothers, I got the daughters, I got us all. Like I got love for the city of New Orleans. That's what I'm trying to say. I got some love for New Orleans.
Do you want to
on a personal level?
Do you want to shoot your shot while you're at it?
Not yet. Maybe when I get a bit more famous.
You're single, ladies.
Oh, yo, hey. Yeah.
I don't want to divulge too much information.
Yeah, all right, yeah. We'd have to. No. Maybe later on I'll get more into my thing. But anyway, what I'm trying to say though is with that though. So yeah, if you guys are listening, we also have Instagram. Or is it? You can DM us on Pelbros.
Yeah.
Or if you want to, you prefer a bit more privacy, a bit more confidentiality, then pelbrospodcast at gmail.com. Yeah, but that's just I just really wanted to just put that in there because I was like, bro, that has to be like part of the character of Ryan DW. You know what I mean? Like I have character traits. That should be one of my character traits. So I had to like make that a thing. Yeah.
Fair enough. It's part of housekeeping, completely valid.
Yeah, but I believe that is like housekeeping done for today.
Housekeeping done, sweet. Well, then may as well move on to our match review.
Yeah.
So 2 games for this week for the Pelicans playing Portland at home.
Smoothie King Center.
As well as OKC at home. And
Smoothie King Center.
How do we go during the...
Wait, don't worry, we'll beep that out. How do we go? Okay, so...
for context, I was unable to watch the games.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I won't be the expert here, but I did check out the highlights, did check out the stats, read up on a lot of the games. but we basically went 1-2, or one of two, with one win and one loss to OKC.
Yeah. So, all right. So very, very briefly, I'll jump into Portland here. So Portland, you know, like, what can I say about Portland? Like, you know, it was like a fairy tale game, you know, like these, like, because we're always talking about like, oh, Dame is Jrue's son and all that, you know, like after that playoff sweep and everything. And even ever since then, when they match up, he's always, you know, like, hey, what's up, Dame, you know? So he's like living in Dame's head rent free. So it was just it was a lovely match to see. Obviously at the beginning, what's it called? In the first quarter, like they took like a big lead, Portland.
Yep.
And then after that, it was just like, yeah, that was it for Portland. Pretty much in third quarter, man of the match for me personally was Josh Hart. He just brought on like a crazy like level of energy, you know, like he, you know, like he was just hustling, you know, he was just, you know, making some hustle plays. And that really changed the momentum and, you know, built all the energy up in the SKC, the Smoothie King Center, what's it called? In that crowd, right? And then, so in the third quarter, yeah, the place just went like crazy. And because of that, we completely, like, I wouldn't say like wiped them out, but, you know, we, like Jrue and Lonzo gave, Dame and CJ a good ass whipping. Like, that's what I'll say with that.
Yeah, so BI being out, Josh Hart getting his start.
Yeah.
And like you said, came out hot in the third quarter, definitely brought out energy.
Yeah.
Dropping 17 points on 7 of 10 shooting. But I saw a lot of hustle plays from him. Grabbing rebounds, getting steals, and then throwing good assists. So I think this game, which we won 138 to 117.
Yeah.
I think it was the Pelicans franchise record for assists.
Oh.
So it's actually 40 assists that game. I think
just that game we watched.
Just that game, yeah. So we're dishing out the most assists ever because everyone was hitting their shots.
Yeah, true.
So I think, you know, we're just working towards limiting the turnovers and also dishing out assists. I think everyone had a pretty good game. Zion having a career high.
Yeah, that's the thing. So Zion, you know, on paper was the man of the match, right? Because yeah, it's his freaking career high. That's where all the money comes and stuff like that. It's 31 points. Did you know how many boards?
9 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. On 10 of 17 shooting.
I think what was really interesting was that Jrue Holiday, he had a pretty good game too. I think 10 assists maybe?
Yeah, he had a double-double, so 16 points and 10 assists.
Yo, that's Jrue Holiday.
Pretty efficient as well, 7 of 12 shooting. So I guess they look like they're meshing well.
Yeah.
Obviously have to step up with BI out, but really I think that game was all about Zion just cooking both Melo and Hassan Whiteside. They couldn't contain him at all.
Yeah, no one could hold that man down. What I want to say too about that is obviously, I just want to briefly put it in, like, because you guys are wondering, we just talked about the Portland game. How did I go? Obviously, I had to put a bet on because I was, you know, preaching that we're definitely going to beat these guys. And it's true, we won, right? But where I screwed up with these bets, I'm not going to go fully into the bets here, but just the lessons I took away from today's bet, because I didn't, like, not today's bet, but what is it? The bet on the Portland game. Basically, I put a multi, and the legs that screwed me over was... what's it called? I thought it was going to be a close game, right? I thought we were only going to...
Oh, you did the over and under, was it?
Yeah, I did the over and under, like, total points, because I thought it would be like a lower scoring game. Or I wouldn't think... Because I wasn't thinking they'd be doing like 120 each.
Yep.
Yeah. So... Because I was like, you know, this is our team we're talking about. This is like Portland. It would be like a close kind of contest, and with that, we wouldn't completely annihilate them, you know, like it would be like within 10 we only just beat them. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. And
that is actually what screwed me over. Like we actually, that's what when I say we gave him an ass whooping, it was an ass whooping indeed, bro. And look, now Dame now has to sit out. Dame needs to sit out for the All-Star game because he has a quote-unquote injury. Nah, bro, he bro, like,
he got injured in the next game.
Yeah. But he got an ass whooping, bro. That's why he needs to, like, you know, let his ass not be as sore and shit so he can sit down properly.
He's definitely going to do some thinking in the locker room.
Yeah. Just as how we have done for the podcast, about a lot of thinking.
Yeah, so it ended up being a 21-point win. So that's why
Kobe.
You missed your bet.
Yeah,
but
that's unfortunate.
Damian Lillard got shut down. CJ McCollum was inefficient. I think I read a stat that Damian Lillard still has not hit a single three against the Pelicans this season.
Yeah.
We've played them through games.
I think 0 for 15 or something like that combined. Something like that.
That's actually crazy. That's actually so impressive considering that he's been on a tear recently.
Yeah.
So shout out to Dame, but
even bigger shout out to Jrue.
Jrue is in his head.
Yeah.
Like you said, rent free. So
the only man in the league.
Yeah, it seems like the only man that can lock him up. But we really have Portland's number, and I think that playoff series from 2017-2018. Got it right.
Yeah.
Really has hurt them mentally, or just we match up well against them.
Yeah.
But overall, great game.
Yeah, we got one more game with them coming after All-Star break too.
It's the first game after All-Star break.
But we'll talk about that later. But that'll be at their home. Yeah, so I guess any other kind of thoughts on Portland? I was going to say, yeah, Portland, they versed Memphis the day after us, right? Yep. And they lost Memphis.
Yep.
Which is kind of good for us because I feel as if Memphis will drop off later as their schedule gets harder.
Yep.
So even though, it's not good for Memphis to win, I'd rather that than having to compete with
potentially
Portland.
Yeah. I felt less confident seeing Memphis get a win. I think they'll just stretch further and further away from us if they keep winning. So most importantly, we need to win, and then also Memphis needs to drop a few games. I was really hoping Portland could help us out because I was feeling pretty confident that we could take Portland in our next game after All-Star break.
Yeah.
But overall, yeah, I think my thoughts summed up were Portland were not great.
Yeah.
After the first quarter, they kind of just shut down. A lot of silly turnovers and technical fouls that they gave away.
Oh, yeah.
Frustration. So Melo and Lillard both gave a bunch of technical fouls away. Again,
living in their head. Rent free.
And overall, I think we played one of our best games as well. So sharing the ball, hitting our shots, all the starters were super efficient. They didn't have to play that much because we ended up being a blowout win. JJ Redick put up a bunch of shots, scored 20. Because he was hit 4 from 7 from 3.
Yeah, boy.
And then the other guys just played well. Nico has been playing pretty amazingly. Shout out to him because he's in the Rising Star game.
Yeah, boy.
Definitely got his place after Ayton got injured and pulled out. But overall, great team win. And I think
club game.
I really thought that this win going into is it Friday or Saturday? Friday's game, Thursday's game.
Yeah.
Against OKC, that was the momentum we needed. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Kind of, we were on a 2 home games going into All-Star break. We really needed that momentum to carry on to the game, and just overall great win.
Yeah. However, obviously OKC came over to our crib.
Yeah.
A couple of days after, and I don't know what to say. I might start crying now.
You have to understand that OKC have now beaten us all 4 times throughout this season.
Oh no!
So, I mean, I think we were all going into that game. I think, what did we say last episode? We said that we would probably go...
It was like a maybe, okay? That's what we thought it was going to happen. I thought it was going to be maybe. I didn't know they were actually going to beat us.
It was that the brain was saying OKC would win, the heart was back in the Pelicans.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we lost 123 to 118.
Yeah.
OKC just seemed to match up well against us. We just can't stop them. I don't know what it is about that team, but we basically got torched. So I didn't get to see that game.
Yeah.
But I watched the highlights. I read up on it. Do you want to provide your thoughts first?
I'm going to have to drop in here, yeah, for sure. First, obviously, we're talking about Oklahoma City Thunder, the NBA team franchise, right? And with that, I need to actually explicitly say that because I know this person is listening in. We got a listener who's actually been giving us some feedback, even though we don't want to hear it. He's been saying like, "Hey guys, can you fix this? Can you fix that?" And I'm like, dude, why do I owe you anything? Like, who do you think you are? Like, telling me what to do and what I can and cannot do in my own podcast,
Just to be clear, we don't want to hear it from this person. Yeah. We want to hear it from everyone else.
Yeah, we want to hear it from everyone else.
Yeah. Shout out to everyone else.
But this specific individual, what's it called? I guess he goes by the alias of Tubbs with a Z, So basically, he's actually given us some feedback on our previous episodes. So if you're listening in, which I know you're listening to right now, get rid of that, smile on your face, man. Like, who do you think, shut your bitch ass up. I'm going to say that. I'm limiting my swearing to that as of right now.
So he's smiling because he's an OKC fan.
Yeah, that's if you guys haven't got that, yeah.
And he's beaten us 4 times this season.
Yeah, he's an OKC fan.
And every time we talk shit before the game, and he has bragging rights after it.
Yeah.
So
that's why I was crying earlier.
I guess shout out / call out Tubbs.
Yeah.
But I hate your team.
Yeah. I love Chris Paul though. Chris Paul, I'm still cool with CP3. But yeah, I'm cool with your team. It's just don't beat us.
Just don't beat us.
You guys don't even need the wins right now. You're like, dude, we actually... Because I'm just like, what is it that is the driving force for them, like OKC to win versus us, right? It's just like an ego thing, I guess. Because I'm like, dude, we actually need these wins. Help a brother out.
They just want to cause pain and suffering.
Yeah. Anyways, I just needed to do that brief shout out before I got into this. So basically, OKC. So obviously, like I was talking about with the Portland game, in the third quarter, we just had some crazy energy. You know, it was just like, you know, it was like a home game. We actually had a home court advantage for once, right? And Zion was going off, etc., etc. So, after that game and before the OKC game, I actually watched like a post practice, like Alvin Gentry. I don't know how to say it.
Gentry.
Yeah, his like an interview, right, post practice, and like leading up to the OKC game, and then he was just talking about like how they were really focusing on getting a home court advantage,
right?
Like actually building a home court advantage and not worrying about what, you know, oh, like San Antonio needs to lose this. Or like, you know, everyone else has to lose this. Yeah, he's just more so like, we need to win games. You know what I mean? And like, let's do it, you know? And so I'm like, yeah, that's a good decision. And then he's just trying to say the best way to do that is that, because we did quite poor in, at home this season, because obviously we had that 13 losing streak. So I can't remember the exact number, but maybe it was like something that's like bad as like 6 to like 13 or something at home. So he's just trying to say like, we need to build that like home energy, right? Like a home court advantage. Makes sense. He sold it to me. So I was like, yo, we just had those two really high momentum, you know, like games, right? And just one just at home, right? Versus Portland, where we gave Dame an ass whooping. And so I was thinking, yo, it's every time we've versed OKC, it's been close. You know what I mean? Yeah. They've only beaten us by like 4 points here and there, so. And I'm like, yo, we ain't had Zion yet. So I was hoping that BI was actually gonna be available for this game, because I thought he was gonna, and I thought that would have been maybe the big difference maker, to be honest.
I think he got scratched last minute, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure, because he was injured for the game before too, for Portland. So I thought it was. So I think maybe his status got upgraded. But it was just like game time decision, like see how it is, because there's an All-Star game. But that's cool, you know. Like if people want to beef that we lost this game because BI wasn't there and now he's gonna play in the All-Star game, like yo, let the like he's got his own dreams, bro. Like what you gotta try to say, like, you know how all fans are so like, hey, we need those wins, BI. Like guys, like chill, like
no one's hating on BI.
Yeah, bro, BI's a G, you know. Like come on, guys. Give him a break. You know, if that's like I'm totally cool with it. Because if anything, we learned something. Because like I was gonna say that how that was, I feel as if the difference maker in the matchup against OKC was that, yeah. How do you even Danilo? What is it?
Danilo Gallinari,
right? He was just going off, bro. He was dropping bombs, you know, and he's just a long dude, you know, and like we ain't got no one to match up. Versus if we had BI, who's also a lengthy fella, you know, there would have been at least something. You know what I mean? And even like not only Gallinari, even Muscala was, you know, like shooting in some threes too. So that was just killing us, you know. Apart from that, it was. But overall, despite we did have like a bunch of turnovers, right, as per usual, we're just kind of kill ourselves. And that's actually something Joel Myers and AD were actually talking about during the game. They were talking about how OKC is like, I think, the third lowest team, like turnovers. Right. So they're like one of the lowest teams to actually, you know, make themselves lose.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But versus us, we're just always trying to kill ourselves for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Pace. We play at a very quick pace, and young guys are throwing it around, trying to get quick open shots, but ends up being a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, that is true.
So in that case, that probably is why they match up quite well against us.
Yeah.
And then also we don't have the guys to stop Gallinari.
As of right now, though, like just for that game, but later on when we verse them next season or something like that, sure, yeah, bro, we're gonna have
there'll be trades by then.
Yeah. Oh, true. I don't know if we verse them one more time.
No, that was it. That was the final encounter.
Oh, well, there you go.
0 for 4 against them throughout the whole season. Like he mentioned, like Ryan DW mentioned, Gallinari went for 29 points on 12 of 18 shooting. So it looked like we were tit for tat for them for most of the game, just trading buckets. But in the end, they just pulled away in the fourth, and we had nobody just to stop those two big men, like you said.
Yeah.
But how did we play as a team apart from those turnovers? So
that's the thing. Like overall, despite those turnovers and everything like that, it was still a close game. Like throughout, from like start to finish. However, obviously not finish because it's Pelicans. So what happened is that I'd say later on in the fourth quarter, they just started to pull away. We were just making some costly turnovers, like bad possessions. And
that's fourth quarter Pelicans in a nutshell.
Yeah. And I don't know, man, like Lonzo was dishing out some good assists and stuff, but people weren't just making their shots, to be honest. And that's actually there's that, and then but because of that too, Lonzo giving the assist and people not making the shots, I actually lost the bet I had on OKC on this OKC bet. It was because I was gonna say Lonzo, he was gonna have 6 assists plus. He ended up having 5. which is like, we got Zion, but I got Jrue right with the assist because I knew Jrue was going to kill it with assists, but I was hoping Lonzo would do something too. So I missed out by one number there. I knew Zion was going to get all those points. That's cool. But the other thing, obviously, I lost was that I was hoping, really, really hoping, because we were actually the favorites.
Yeah. So the bookies had the game, I guess, almost completely wrong.
Yeah.
In the sense of OKC were almost $2.30 when I checked, $2.50 when I checked.
Yeah.
So they had the Pelicans to win for sure, pretty much. That didn't pan out, but sounds like you're 0 for 2 this week in your picks.
Bro, yeah, it's devastating, mate. Like, because I was just like, I don't know. At the same time, do I even want to continue encouraging this kind of like betting to the podcast? But just more
gamble responsibly.
Yeah. Gamble responsibly as we're talking about that. But with that, I'm just trying to say, like, I don't want this to becoming like this podcast is like a hey, listen in to like this guy's gambling addiction. like
follow, just losing every week.
Like follow him from his like heights of success to like utter failure, living on the streets, like asking for change. He's like, hey James, you got any? Hey Pelbro, hey, come on, bro, please.
I'm not helping you out. I'll go solo after that. So.
He'll replace me. He'll replace me. He'll probably find some like
taking auditions. Contact the Gmail.
pelbrospodcast@gmail.com. Yeah, if you guys have a CV which is good enough, if you guys have a portfolio which is good enough to replace me, by all means take it. But I'm just trying to say, guys, y'all can't replace me. I'm irreplaceable.
Don't start. But anyways,
to the left.
Shout out to our boy Zion for another career.
Yeah. That's actually a big thing.
So he smashed his career high twice in the week.
Yo,
scoring 32 points,
and that was only his 10th game, bro. That's the crazy thing. OKC was his 10th game. Portland was his 9th game. 9th game was 31, right? And then versus Portland, and then versus OKC, which is number 10, I think it was 32, right? Yep. So, bro, like, what's going on? Like, bro, is this guy actually going to, like, tear up the league?
He will. He definitely will.
Yeah, bro. Like, we got a team and a half, bro.
If he had played more games, he would be in contention for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
But I saw a stat that said, again, it might be a bit cherry-picked, and these are the problem with these stats, is that he's one of 3 first-round picks with at least 200 points in the first 10 games. So he's alongside Shaq and alongside AI. A bit cherry-picked because if you look at other picks in the draft.
KD? Was it?
I think KD was in there, but other guys just missed it. Still impressive. I mean, it's elite company, but he's better than, I think he's better than what we all expected at this point, where he's just coming away from almost more than that, almost 3 months of injury.
Yeah, he was sleeping on the bench too, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You'd expect some rust, but he has shown almost none. He's got incredible footwork, rebounding his own boards.
He's getting better. He's getting better.
And he's just bodying up bigger blokes who look stronger than him. But in reality, he's faster, he's quicker, he's stronger. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Yeah. And I think this All-Star break will be a good, I guess, length to reset and just continue to improve, and kind of.
Yeah, come back strong for the second half of the season. I guess that's what they call it, but I don't know if it's technically half of the season.
Definitely. So that puts us
post All-Star break.
I just lost the.
Oh, you're looking at our conference rankings?
Yeah. That puts us as 24 and 31. Sorry, no, 23 and 32. I added it to the wins. 24. Added it to the wins column. No. But we stay in the same standing, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, we just need to do better. A lot of things to go into All-Star break to improve on.
Yeah. Are we number 11? Did you know?
Let me quickly check. We should be.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but it's true because we got the All-Star break and obviously we're going to have BI playing and, the Rising Stars just very quickly because this is a Pelbros podcast and we're not going to sit here and be like, oh my God, do you think Team Giannis or Team LeBron is going to win, bro? Like, bro, who cares, man? Like, I don't care about the All-Star game. Like, you guys can't blame me about that. Like, oh, you just got to do some dunks, mommy. Like, bro, like, maybe for you guys, but, we got other things to worry about. We're going to worry about trying to get that 8th seed player. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so brief shout out when it comes to the All-Star games. Obviously, we've got to represent our boys. Bro, we got the All-Star lineup in the Rising Stars. What's it called? Team USA versus the world, right? Zion, obviously, a Team USA. Jackson Hayes, if he was to lie and say he was from Brazil or Mexico,
he would have got in.
He would have got in because he'd been.
He should have been in.
Yeah, he should have been in if anyone, right? There's that. And they've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker from Canada, obviously, and they've got Nicola Melli from Italia,
shout out.
Who just came in the very very last second, and that's actually so fun because this actually just happened. Yeah, this actually happened on the day before the OKC game, or on the OKC game, like morning, right?
Yeah.
And dude, so when he played against OKC, he was like, "Yo, I'm a rising star." You know what I mean? Like he was good. He was really good. Yeah, he was playing really good that game. Although we lost, but it's still like, you know, like you got what you would ask from Nelly.
Definitely,
you know?
his play got him a spot.
Yeah. So yeah, and he only spot in his rotation. He only spot into the rising star kind of like get selected for that. So big respect for our rookies, to be honest, and obviously big shout out to Jackson Hayes too, who just goes off. Obviously, try to settle down on those turnovers. Not turnovers, like those fouls. Because me and James, we've obviously reflected. I've talked about I don't want to swear as much. James had a few clarifications himself of the previous episode. We just want you to kind of try to do the same thing, Jackson, if you're listening in. Just try to think about, hey, maybe, like, hey, what's it called? Maybe I'll try to start getting less fouls. But it's cool, bro. Like, you're a rookie, bro. You know, it takes time and shit. You got off seasons. He's got plenty of years in the league. Yeah.
He will be a star.
Yeah, he's gonna be sick. So, like, you know, if anything, it's better for you that you didn't get this little, you know, like you didn't get the silver spoon. You know, you still gotta like work your way up. So that's only gonna make you better, my G. That's the little shout out to our rookies, and obviously I want to briefly shout out BI, my boy. I was quietly talking about it before.
All-star.
Yeah, all-star, man. Yo, BI, if you listen to this, congratulations, my G. Yeah, that's from me and
James.
Yeah,
he earned it.
Yeah. I want to make sure we're both saying, like, both of us in this podcast are saying, shout out to you, BI.
Shout out.
You're a G, bro. Like, honestly, and it's crazy. I think he's younger than us. You know, BI.
Yeah, I could believe that.
Yeah. He's like early 20s, dude.
It's crazy.
Like 23, I think it is.
What are we doing with our lives?
Yeah, you're telling me, bro. Like, what am I doing? I'm like idolizing this this kid.
Yeah, those are our boys, bro.
But BI is a G. BI, yeah, like, you know, this season, like, I'm not gonna say that I've been like full like a BI fan from like day one and everything like that, but you know,
me neither.
It doesn't even matter because this season he's come to the Pelicans and he's like, you know, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. You know, like shut up all the haters if there ever were. You know, he's a G. Respect for BI. He's earned everyone's respect.
And just to clarify, I've checked it, and we are currently still sitting in 11th.
Yeah.
So we didn't move in the standings, unfortunately. The Spurs got a win this week as well. Obviously, that loss to OKC is kind of devastating, but that would have brought us up above the Spurs and just behind Portland by 1 game.
So we would have been in 10?
Yeah, we would have been in 10th.
Wow, that's cool.
And Phoenix is still under us, 22 wins. So it's neck and neck. It's still really close. There's a lot we need to do to improve going into All-Star break, to come out of it so that we're playing much better. Yeah,
I was going to ask you, how many games behind are we from AFC?
So Memphis have won 28 games and they've lost 26. Yeah. So we're 5 games behind. We're 5 wins behind.
5 wins behind. Okay, so...
But we should have the tiebreaker against Memphis, I believe. I think we've beaten them twice.
Yeah, now. We have. Yeah, true.
Unless we play them 2 more times, which I need to check up on.
Even if we do, we've got to beat them, man. That's cool.
Yeah, we should be able to take them. But, I mean, anything that you think we should kind of call out going into the All-Star break on what we need to improve in order to get better, obviously from this week and our previous games.
Okay, first off, we just gotta hope that we can all keep up, like, you know, like play high level basketball and not get injured. You know, that's the main kind of thing, because that's always what screws us up. When, you know, this New Orleans franchise, we just have some kind of curse, right? So BI, you know, rest up, do an All-Star game, whatever you need to do.
Protect your ankle, dude.
Yeah, and protect your neck, protect your ankle, and that's the thing. We got a whole entire week off. We didn't get another game until Friday, so during that break, I guess the main thing is, let's hope that we stay healthy. Apart from that, what can I say? Like, everyone's chemistry is like meshing really well now.
Yeah, chemistry is definitely building.
The main thing is obviously turnovers. That's just like never a good thing. There's that, and then I'd also say, like, going back to what Gentry, right? Yeah. What he said, right? About like making a home court advantage. You know what I mean? Like, you got to win those games at home, dude. You know?
Have to.
Yeah, you need to win those games. Like, you can't, and closing those games, like just be able to close those games. Lately we've kind of been able to, but against OKC we weren't able to. But obviously if we have, like, you know, BI healthy and everyone healthy, maybe that goes a different way, you know, like versus OKC the other night.
So I think in that case, in the sense about closing out games, 100% that is something we need to work on. For me, a bit of a call out to Gentry himself. Come on, run some plays. Run some good clutch plays. I don't think we've drawn up some good plays in the fourth quarter for a long time. So, again, I'd like to see... I understand it's the team to execute, but we really need to be able to adjust our coaching, our game plan, especially in the fourth quarter where, we suddenly become unclutch. Jrue starts throwing it away, taking bad shots. We start going into complete ISO basketball. So whenever we don't have BI, we don't have a closer at the moment. But the thing that I like to think about with the Pelicans and why we're so good when we're on is that everyone has a predefined role.
Yeah.
Everyone plays those roles to the best of their ability. And that's where we mesh really well. So what I mean by that is we have a guy like BI who always going to get us a bucket, is going to be our closer in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So when we don't have him, we're going to struggle. Because then everyone else doesn't have that role as the closer.
Yeah.
But throughout the game, we got guys like Lonzo who's going to dish his assists, shoot the threes when he's free, and then also run the offense.
Yeah.
Then Jrue is a bit of a jack of all trades. He'll get assists, points, steals, plays elite defense.
Yeah, true.
And it's just about meshing together with Lonzo so that they're not taking the offense away from each other.
And they did pretty good against Portland. That's the thing. Like it was when it was Portland, it was Zoe and Jrue versus CJ and Dame. And that was a good guard versus guard. But continue.
It's a good battle. And then obviously Zion, he's just going to get 20 and 10 every game. I think when my expectation for him when he first came on, obviously coming off injury, was I was just hoping for 15 and 8.
Yeah,
every game, 15 points, 8 boards on okay efficiency. Didn't expect anything more of it, but seeing how he can play, 20 and 10. If he can give us 20 and 10 every game, we'll be elite.
Yeah.
So I think for us, once the team works on playing those roles, we'll beat anyone. We'll match anyone as long as we play good defense. And also Derek Favors just grabbing boards and setting great screens. That's his kind of role.
Yeah.
But I think as soon as those roles break down or they try to do more, that's where the team kind of has its weaknesses, has its flaws that we need to kind of adjust on. So I think a lot of those things we can work on going into the All-Star break. And just everyone, understanding their role. The bench guys coming out and they need to score buckets.
And they've been doing well for us, the bench mob.
And the best thing about them is they've been bringing the energy. I think that's the big thing. I think JJ,
Josh Hart, JJ,
Nico,
Frank Jackson, I'd say.
Frank Jackson.
Yeah, and even Melly.
Absolute walking buckets. They just need to bring the energy. And every time they bring the energy, that takes the pressure off the starters.
Yeah.
So they can come in and they can do their own thing, play their roles.
Yeah.
But shout out to the bench, 100%. JJ Redick has been playing so well this week.
We got a deep, backcourt, man.
Definitely. We're definitely backcourt and guard heavy.
Yeah.
But again, turnovers. And the other thing for me is defense.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. That's why I wrote down.
Yeah, so I think we can go tit for tat with any team on offense. We can match any team on offense. We can get buckets against any team in the league.
Yeah.
It's just about us defending on the other side and making sure we get stops, which we generally struggle to.
Yeah, so no, but that's exactly true, because when obviously when we got close games, every time we started to actually break away and win, the only times that happened was that when we started to sit down and play some defense, and because obviously those, we're getting a break here and there, we're getting some stops, obviously that, how else are we going to be able to catch up, and then on top of that, break away, and then that's when I see dude, why don't we play like this every single game,
Definitely.
And that's when I you see what we can be,
Yeah, the when we played our
when
best,
the system works, when the system is working,
our potential, again, we can beat any team in the league.
Yeah.
And we tend to go tit for tat against teams for 3 quarters, and it's that fourth quarter where the breakdowns occur. So if we struggle to get a bucket in the fourth quarter, it's okay if we reciprocate that by defending and getting a stop.
Yeah.
But that's where we are struggling. So we give up a turnover or a bucket on the other end. We fail to score, and then when we go to defend, we just let them have it.
Yeah.
Definitely some big things going in turnovers, defense. Any other thoughts?
I guess the main thing now too is that because this is technically the second half of the season, right? The main thing is obviously, well, that's a loud bird, but I don't know if these guys can hear it.
We'll cut it out.
Yeah. But let's go. Yeah, the main thing jumping into this All-Star break though, right, is that we got what's his face? Obviously we got Zion now, right? And we got him working out in the system that we're running, because obviously the first couple of games, I mean we've had it for 10 games. That's only.
Yeah, we still need to find a way to get, and we're getting a lot better at it, but just finding the ball, finding where he fits in the system. It's definitely improved over the past couple of games.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I feel as if Zion is going to be especially if everyone stays healthy, Zion is going to be the big difference maker for all these kind of upcoming games. Obviously, we have the easier schedule compared to other competitors when it comes to the AFC, right?
Yeah, X factor.
That's also another X factor too. That we've had a tough schedule, and now going out of the All-Star break till the end of the season, we got a much more easier schedule than even other people out there. See, I changed it just then again. I was about to swear. So we got that. The main thing though, what I want to say about Zion is, apart from obviously the energy he brings, when he's just on the floor and stuff, especially if you're getting some like Jrue Holiday or Lonzo assists to your boy, bang, apart from that, it's obviously he's just so I guess quick on his feet. He's crazy, bro. This guy, even if he doesn't make a shot, man, he's more than likely gonna get the rebound for it, and make an easier shot after that. Like he's doing this versus like some grown ass men. There's like that play versus like Steven Adams. It's not the exact same thing, but I think like he did something, and then like Steven Adams gets pushed all the way. It's just showing how strong like Zion is. This 19-year-old kid, even versus like a tank like Steven Adams.
Yeah, Steven Adams is one of the strongest guys in the league.
Yeah, and he's a Kiwi too, bro. So I'm just like, dude, that's crazy. So I'm saying, apart from that though, what's it called? So apart from Zion getting his own kind of like missed attempts or something like that, if like let's say Jrue or someone like that is trying to shoot a three or like mid range or whatever, Zion's in the board, he can he has like the instinct, I guess, for the offensive rebounds. You know what I mean? For the offensive board and stuff. So that's why he's always giving us like plenty of rebounds. I think it was like 6, 7, 8. Within that range, every single game. Whilst on top of that, giving us, and this is only the 10th game, dude. Whilst on top of that, only giving us like 30 points, 20 points, whatever. That's sick. And then we get BI healthy too. That's another 25 points, or 25, maybe 30 if he's feeling happy, maybe even 50. You never know. From time to time, he likes to flex. And then if we can get Jrue, I think Drew's role, he's kind of been doing a lot of like assisting now, which is good because the last couple of games, Drew's had like high assists. I think versus Portland, he still had like 20 points or so, but then maybe he had a bit lower, like maybe like, I don't know, like 13, 15 or something like that versus OKC. I'm not too sure. But the point is that he still had like the high assists. And so I think that's like a good role for Jrue. Also, like Lonzo has to get better at shooting so that Jrue can like specialize more
definitely need some
that
spacing.
assist. Because like if Drew's becoming more of an assist guy too, he can also chuck over to what's called just catch and shoot to Lonzo.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Lonzo gets some like good shots here and there. It's just
when he's open, he'll hit his threes.
It's just that some nights he has a bad night, and that's just like what I said with betting on scoring. Sometimes your boy's just gonna have an off night. That happens. It's the game. But we need less of that. Obviously, there's that. So BI obviously, I don't have to say anything about BI. BI is gonna keep doing what he's gonna do. He's a G. I think we've touched on everything. I guess, to be honest, like the main thing is just like defense and like
I think so as well. Defense is our biggest thing, and turnovers. So
yeah.
If there was two things I had to pick, it'd be those two things to work on. But I mean, like you said, when we're at our potential and we hit our max range, we can beat any team in the league. Yeah,
we can beat any team in the league. All right. So apart from that, though, we didn't even touch on this at the beginning. In the housekeeping, we're supposed to talk about this. How this is your last episode of us?
Right, yep.
At least temporarily.
Whoa, that sounded like forever.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. As in, I'm trying to find the replacement right now, bro. So
it's All-Star break, bro, not an All-Star resignation.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, because obviously the NBA All-Star, like there's an All-Star break with the NBA. That's kind of what happens here too with the Pelbros. If you'd like to educate these guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna be taking a break, going on holiday.
He's got an All-Star break himself.
Almost 3 weeks, so I'll be gone. You won't be hearing from me.
Where are you going, mate? Why don't you tell us?
Going to Japan. Yeah. Just taking a holiday. That's all I gotta say. I don't want to reveal too much.
Okay.
It's too much personal information. I don't want people stalking me.
Yeah, no. Like, that's not like it's okay. Like, that's the kind of like excuse that we've kind of like gone with. But between, myself and you guys, what's actually happened is actually quite a sad story. So in Sydney, we've actually. How do I explain it? There's no easy way to say this, but basically, James kind of just came back from China. And like from Wuhan specifically.
No, mate.
And he's kind of feeling a bit sick. I actually have a face mask on right now. So basically, he's talking about quote unquote Japan and whatnot. But like it's okay. Like this isn't like our bosses aren't listening and stuff. Like I'll tell you guys the truth. He's actually going down with the he needs to get quarantined for the coronavirus, for the Wuhan virus.
Don't listen to this man.
Yeah, so I'm just saying that's what's happening. So you guys are gonna be probably stuck with me for the next 3 weeks or so.
Yeah, probably won't hear from me in about 3 weeks or even a month.
Oh, and that's like 3 to 4 episodes, mate. Shit. What am I gonna do all alone? No, but don't worry, guys. I'll work it out.
We'll make it work.
Let's as we do.
I think we can wrap it up there.
Yeah.
Covered quite a lot in this episode.
Yeah, I feel as if it's overall better, episode than like more wholesome, more, you know what I mean, like a bit of everything. You know, we talked about this and that, asked for some feedback. Still a bit of banter here and there too.
Hey, we're always going to be improving. Always looking for ways to improve. So
yeah,
definitely hit up the pipes and give us feedback, whether it's the email,
obviously, which is
pelbrospodcast@gmail.com.
Type that in.
Or the IG @Pelbros. But anything else you want to say? Sign off.
I guess all I can say is, like I said, if you guys actually listen to us and listen to this episode to the end too, please, like holler at us. Like the same thing he said. Pelbros Insta, why not? And what's it called? If you want to email us, then give us feedback. That's all I can really say.
What's the sign out? Are we signing out?
Yeah, let's sign out. But how should we say this?
I keep changing it every episode.
Yeah. I signed out last time, man. You signed out this time. You gotta say something.
Can I keep it like wholesome?
Yo, it depends. Like wholesome, but like just go with whatever you
Thanks
wish.
for listening, y'all. We're out. We out.
Oh, okay,
we out.
We out. See you later. We out. See you later.